You scroll through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and see people making these stunning aesthetic home videos. The lighting, the angles, the transition, everything feels cinematic, effortless, like they were born with a professional camera in their hands. And you sit there thinking, I could never do that. But what if I told you? You don't need expensive cameras, years of experience, or even a perfectly curated home studio to create videos that people love, share, and watch on repeat. You just need AI, some creativity, and the right approach. The truth is, creating viral aesthetic home videos is no longer about skill alone. It's about the mistakes, understanding patterns, knowing what makes people stop scrolling, and using technology to enhance your process. When I started experimenting with AI to create home videos, the first thing I realized was how overwhelming it could feel. AI can do almost anything: generate visuals, help with editing, optimize pacing, even suggest music that resonates with your audience. But the key isn't using all of it at once. The key is learning how to integrate it naturally, so your videos feel human, not robotic. Understanding the viral aesthetic. Before you even touch AI, you have to define what aesthetic means in your context. Viral aesthetic videos have a few things in common. Consistency of style, the lighting, the color grading, the angles. They all feel deliberate. Immersive atmosphere. The audience feels like they're stepping into your world. Pacing and flow. Cuts are smooth, transitions aren't jarring, and every second feels intentional. Emotional connection. It could be calm, cozy, dramatic, or fun, but there's always a mood that pulls the viewer in. These elements are what make people stop scrolling and watch your video for longer than 3 seconds. And in the world of social media, every second counts. AI doesn't replace these elements, but it makes achieving them exponentially faster and more consistent. Step 1. Planning your video with AI. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is jumping straight into filming. They turn on the camera and hope the video works. Milanote changes this entirely. You can use Milanote to generate a clear storyboard or scene sequence, plan specific camera angles or movements. Even if you're shooting on a phone, organize color palettes and visual references that match the mood you want to convey. For instance, I created a simple brief inside Milanote, 30-second cozy aesthetic video at home, soft lighting, cinematic slow motion, morning coffee scene. Using visual boards and notes, it mapped out a full shot sequence, a close-up of coffee being poured, a slow pan over a sunlit desk, a hand turning a book page, all arranged to create a smooth, intentional flow. This level of planning gives you a massive advantage before you even hit record. You're no longer guessing. You have a structured visual framework that's designed to capture attention. Step 2. Filming made simple. Here's the best part. You don't need a fancy camera, expensive lenses, or a full lighting setup to get cinematic results. A modern smartphone is more than enough. The real advantage comes from using Studio Binder as your workflow. It removes the guesswork and tells you exactly what to do. It helps decide the optimal angles, whether an overhead shot works best, a clean side angle, or a slight tilt to add depth. It also guides timing, showing how long each shot should last to hold attention without dragging or feeling rushed. Even lighting becomes simple, with clear direction on where to place a window, lamp, or light source to match a consistent aesthetic. By following this guidance, I filmed a 2-minute aesthetic home video in under 30 minutes. No retakes, no confusion. The final result looked polished and professional, strong enough to gain thousands of views within hours. Step 3. Editing with AI assistance. Editing is where most people burn out. Hours can be spent trimming, color grading, and adding transitions. And even then, it might not look cohesive. AI can do the heavy lifting here without replacing your creative decisions. Runway Tool can automatically stabilize shaky clips, suggest transitions that match your pacing, generate color grades that align with your aesthetic palette, propose background music that enhances the mood and keeps viewers engaged. For example, I uploaded my raw clips into Runway and requested a soft, cozy vibe. Within minutes, the tool provided a fully arranged sequence with natural transitions, pacing aligned with background music, and color grading applied. I only had to make minor tweaks. The result? A polished, professional-looking video that felt handcrafted but required only a fraction of the effort. Step 4. Optimizing for virality. Even the most beautiful video won't go viral without strategy. This is where understanding the platform psychology comes into play. TubeBuddy helps with captions and hooks. The first 3 seconds are everything. I can suggest opening lines that immediately grab attention. Thumbnails. AI can generate compelling thumbnails using color, contrast, and facial expressions, if applicable. Titles and hashtags. Optimized for search and discovery, increasing the chance of reaching a wider audience. During my experiments, I noticed a huge difference when I used AI-generated captions and hooks. People watched the full video 30 to 40% longer than when I relied solely on intuition. Step 5. Repurposing content. Once your aesthetic video is finished, Descript lets you stretch that single piece of content far beyond its original upload. With a few prompts, you can cut a clean 60-second version for TikTok or Instagram Reels without re-editing everything from scratch. One strong moment can be turned into a seamless looping background video for future projects. You can also generate short, high-impact snippets designed specifically for YouTube Shorts, optimized for pacing and attention. The power here isn't just speed, it's leverage. One idea no longer lives in one place. It travels across platforms, formats, and audiences with almost no extra effort. This is how creators stop chasing constant ideas and start building systems. Each video becomes an asset, not a one-time post, and that's a key step in turning a single concept into a mini content empire. The mistakes most people make. Even with AI, I noticed a few common mistakes. Overloading with effects. Too many transitions, text overlays, or filters break the immersive experience. Ignoring pacing. Even short clips need rhythm. AI can guide this, but you need to review and adjust. Relying solely on AI. If your content feels robotic, people won't engage. Use AI as a tool, not a replacement. Avoiding these mistakes makes your videos feel human, while still benefiting from AI's efficiency. The real results I saw. When I applied this process, the difference was impossible to ignore. Average view duration jumped dramatically, not because the videos were louder or flashier, but because they were clearer and better structured. Engagement followed naturally. Likes, comments, and shares increased by more than 50% as viewers stayed longer and felt more confident interacting with the content. Follower growth also changed. Instead of relying on ads or artificial boosts, subscribers started arriving organically. Each upload reinforced the last, and the channel began to compound instead of reset. But the most important shift was consistency. The videos reached a repeatable level of quality. I didn't have to reinvent my style every time or guess what might work next. AI helped maintain a recognizable aesthetic and tone, and audiences responded to that familiarity. Over time, the channel stopped feeling experimental and started feeling established. Why this works for anyone at home. The beauty of AI is that it levels the playing field. You don't need expensive cameras, advanced editing skills, years of experience. All you need is curiosity, creativity, and willingness to experiment. Even if your home isn't perfect, AI helps you frame shots, pick lighting, and create a polished final product. It's no longer about equipment, it's about strategy, aesthetic consistency, and execution, long-term potential. Once you master one video, you can scale. Develop a library of aesthetic video templates. Batch film multiple videos in one session. Repurpose clips across platforms for maximum reach. The compounding effect is real. One well-crafted video can inspire multiple others. And with AI support, this is the same approach that creators who consistently go viral use. And now it's accessible to anyone. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this. Viral aesthetic videos aren't magic. They're strategy plus execution. AI is a tool to save time, maintain quality, and enhance creativity. The first few videos might not explode, but consistent effort plus AI guidance compounds results. Focus on emotion, flow, and immersion. Those are what keep viewers watching. With patience, planning, and the right AI workflow, you can create professional, aesthetic home videos that people want to watch, share, and return to without spending a fortune on gear or struggling with editing for hours. This isn't just theory. It's how I built multiple videos that performed consistently well, grew my audience, and even opened opportunities for collaborations and monetization, all from home. You don't need to be a filmmaker. You just need AI, creativity, and consistency. Start small. Focus on one aesthetic, one type of video. Use AI to streamline the workflow, refine your style, and eventually you'll have a library of content that's both beautiful and viral ready.